everybody, and welcome to our 1 hour networking educational podcast. Gareth Bottomley is joining me today on our podcast, and I'm Sammy Lovett. Hello. So today we're going to be talking about having an effective 40 to 60 second pitch that you're going to be using in your Zoom kind of networking sessions. For me personally, I've been networking for about 3 years now, and I've just started kind of probably over the last 18 months being part of the NatWest Accelerator program. And part of the program there is, as part of the group, they kind of teach you how to write and to develop a pitch that is going to be memorable. And I found that kind of training really, really effective, and to come into the room and have that power, to have that energy and the passion to deliver a 60-second pitch that people are going to remember. Because sometimes if you're networking, you might be online networking with about 40 to 50 people. And after everybody's done their elevator pitches, sometimes you can get a little bit lost. How do you feel about that, Gareth?
It's so important, isn't it? I mean, you wouldn't go into a business meeting to sell your product and not be prepared. You know, you've got to be prepared to deliver your elevator pitch, as we want to call it, or just your pitch, your 40 to 60 second pitch. You know, it's got to have a start. You've got to say how you help people. You know, what I do is I lease vehicles, but I don't. I help people get from A to B. You know, that's what I do. You know, people have got to get from A to B. I help them do that. You know, so you've got to find out how you help people. You've got to have some idea of being specific about who you want to speak to and why you want to speak to those people. You know, what can I do to help them in their daily life? You know, what do I need to say? And then you've got to have an end to, of course. Any presentation's got to have an end. You know, reiterate who you want to speak to and close it and be memorable. You're absolutely right, Sammy. You've got to be so memorable, because you can get lost in a room if you're not careful.
I think so as well. And then especially if you're kind of doing weekly networking sessions, I think coming in with something that's kind of powerful, and sometimes, or the majority of the time, I use a testimonial that's a kind of just a statement from somebody. The one that I kind of use the most is Sammy took a vague idea from me and then turned it into exactly what I wanted, without realising that is exactly what I wanted. And that kind of gets across exactly kind of what I do as a designer maker, and kind of puts that in the mind of people and kind of gives them the automatic kind of, oh, that's what Sammy does. And I think kind of being memorable, and also having a tagline, because you say helping people get from A to B, and every week that's memorable in your mind. And I know that you kind of put that in your pitch every single week. I've also been networking with other groups of people, and they use like a funny kind of, well, not a funny, but like it's a tagline that people remember by the end of it. And if you're networking every week, everybody kind of joins in with the end of your pitch, which is quite nice. And it's that kind of group kind of camaraderie, the community and networking as well. So I think, yeah, definitely being memorable is so, so important, because it's when we're out and about kind of networking in other kind of circles, it's remembering those people like, oh, that person does that, I can connect you with that person. I think being memorable is just so, so important. You're right.
But spend some time writing these down. You know, absolutely spend some time and effort in making your elevator pitch right. Don't just turn up to the meeting and think, I'll wing it, because you'll not be remembered. You know, you'll end up doing 15, 20 seconds because you'll run out of things to say. Write it down, have 4 or 5 of them that you commit to memory, and then you've got them and you can always use those. But it's so important to actually spend time on your elevator pitch, because it is really, really relevant.
I think you're right. And that's one thing that the NatWest Accelerator has taught me as well. So you like plan out with your hook, to plan out with your information, what you do, how you help people, the referrals that you are looking for, and having all of that. So what I found helpful is writing it down, and then I kind of structure it that way. And then what I do is I read it out loud a few times. Then actually I record it either on my phone, or I'll film myself doing it. And I listen to it in the car sometimes if I'm I know that I'm going to a networking event or it's something important. And if you ask me now, Sammy, do you pitch? I'll be like, boom, right, I can do it. And it's really easy for me now. And some people, I think, kind of, they get a bit nervous about that, especially if you're new to networking and kind of you're in a room full of people that you don't know. And it can be kind of nerve-wracking to stand up or kind of be in front of that audience to then put yourself out there. But I think practicing and making it roll off your tongue and just make it easy for you to say it with confidence is just really, really important to do.
Absolutely, 100%. And there's help out there for people. There's help out there to do it if they want. They can talk to me, they can talk to you. You know, we can have a conversation with them. We'd love a one-to-one with anybody to talk about this, because it's all about being educated and helping them out.
Yeah, exactly. And then kind of bringing that kind of confidence out in people. I like the kind of performance aspect of networking. And if anybody wants any hints and tips on that booking a one-to-one with me or with Gareth as well. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Gareth. I think that's been really helpful and insightful. Right. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.